Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing what is apparently the best performing deck in Mythic Best of One Standard. Data set is low. We're only looking at like 2,000 games as opposed to hundreds of thousands of games across Bronze to Mythic, but kind of interesting to take a peek at what might be doing well in top Mythic ranked. It's going to be this 4-color Roots deck. So we're going to give it a go. I've tweaked up a couple things just after looking at the data. Looks like a Stele Reclaimer is really quite good. You can play it out for 3 and get any target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 3 or less in that case, straight onto the battlefield. That's pretty cool. You can get back and awaken the Honored Dead, even if it's difficult to cast with the blue and the mana cost. You can get back Roots, of course, which is very important. A Cauldron and Insight, stuff like that. Non-creature, non-land permanents. And of course, you can warp it back for 5. So that's interesting. In order to make space for all 4 copies, I'm going a little bit lower on Ketramos. I think if you have the whole thing set up, then yeah, you're drawing tons of cards every turn, and that's great. But if you don't have the whole thing set up and you don't have a way to exile stuff out of the graveyard so easily, then it kind of just sits there and does nothing, and also generally does not block the turn it comes down. So we're going to go a little bit lower on this and a little bit higher on the Reclaimer, just based on like what seems to be winning games percentage-wise. And then a little bit suspect, I've dropped the Cauldron and the Ooze down to 1 each. Some other people might play 2 each. I don't know. It depends how much graveyard hate you feel like you need. I think 2 is enough, given that we can get a lot of stuff out of the graveyard with the Reclaimer. We get Ooze out of the graveyard with the Balemark, stuff like that. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's give it a go. I'll just add the Reclaimer is kind of like a replacement to the Scavenger or Forager, which in the past were other ways to recycle Roots out of the graveyard. Because otherwise, it's a little bit difficult to get back as an enchantment. All right, here we go into Mythic Ranked Standard. I tried to warm up a little bit in the play queue. We'll see how this goes. Mad Dog Jones. Okay, mana's good. Yeah, it's actually a nice hand here. So you can Gene Pollinator on 1. Insight, and then tap the Insight with the Gene Pollinator to make 1 more. If we top deck a 1-drop. We'll get something back to hand off the Insight, but then can potentially get something straight onto the battlefield, depending on what we leave in the graveyard off the mill. I think I also went a little bit higher on the Disruptive Stormbrood. Just feels important to have interaction. Okay. Tap what? Tap a untap permanent. Okay, that's fine. So we can get back Cauldron off the Reclaimer if we really want. We already have the next land. Maybe we could just take the Maverick here. Just take the Surveil next turn. Or even this very turn. Roots we want. The thing is, we actually really want the Cauldron. So let's try to get the Cauldron back, because I'm assuming they are the, Sultai Reanimator deck or something. I think we are going to want the Cauldron in this matchup. Alright, so they get to mill, and we're definitely going to Astral Reclaim. In total, we'll have, what, 4 mana? So we can't do it all. The trade, it's something in the graveyard, and then it pairs well with Roots next turn. So this is a good trade for us. Obviously, we could make it a 2/2 now. I think we want the roots, though, instead, so... leave your graveyard. Yeah, I think we wanted to leave our own graveyard, so I think we just let that go. This deck definitely has a lot going on with it. It certainly feels like a lot of decisions at any given moment. So one thing I don't actually know, because I haven't played this deck against this deck, is when they cast the... Oh, it's Dragon, interesting. When they cast the 4-mana Human Spider, enter as a copy of any creature in a graveyard. I mean, I think this is what we have to do. Just take the bringer here. So now they get a copy of a town creator if they want. Which is something, but not as bad, I don't think. Alright, fresh mill. A Demi is so interesting. If we had enough mana to do it, we could flash in and give our half of the board indestructible, but I don't think that's what we're doing this turn. It's what, just like this plus Insight or something? Claimer's not bad. I can get back Awaken the Honored Dead, right? Okay, we'll see if we should clean their graveyard or keep building plants in our graveyard. Target this creature, costs 3 life to cast. Okay. I think we'll develop plants on our side of the board then. I think we need to double block. Man, you really hope they don't have the Reanimator then. If we go for that play. We've kind of already committed to it though. We would need 3 mana to give the whole board indestructible. Do we just lose off the terror? Probably. So I guess we have to save the Soul Cauldron. Yeah, I guess it's fine. That's fine. It's not bad. Not that bad. Alright, so we'll save Soul Cauldron to hopefully take the next bringer out of the graveyard. And then if they do nothing, we can take another creature out of our own graveyard and keep the plant army going. Just got one more back down there. Alright, so there we come again. So we gotta name this guy again. I think we have to select it now. I don't think we can wait. So I think go get Terror here. I think go get Cure maybe from the draw discard. Yep, okay. Power 3 or less. Okay, been a Terror again. It's okay. Catch Most or another Awaken the Outer Dead. I didn't realize you could keep both these legendary creatures. That's interesting. Reclaim Awaken the Outer Dead again. Or Roots is also pretty good. I mean, all this stuff is decent. We'll just run this back. I think we still need to hold the Cauldron. Just in case they can go turn 2 mill, and then they hit their demon again, and we have to exile the demon again. I think we need to leave Cauldron open for their side of the battlefield. Could weirdly leave a Demi open. I don't know if that's necessary. They probably don't have a sweeper besides the demon. I don't think they can hard cast it with 7 anyway. Cash grab for 2, okay. No fresh demons, we're okay on the sweeper. Okay, let's see what they target. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible. Sure. Okay, probably looking at lethal here then. Untapped land. Past us. Alright, take a creature out of our own graveyard then. Take a Demi or something. Get the plants going up. Discard a creature. Back Ketchamos or something. Do the plant thing. Alright, I mean that's roughly lethal, right? We'll just get in there. Okay. Weird game. Cauldron was clutch. I think it was important we got that back off the Reclaimer very early. That was kind of the crux of the whole game. With that down, it's pretty hard for them to win. They would kind of need to have a lucky mill and get 2 demons down there. And then I don't think we can wait until Kaviro targets. I could be wrong. Someone's a rule lawyer knows for sure. They can let me know. Sometimes when an opponent targets something in their graveyard, you can respond by stripping it out. But I don't know if that would work in this case or not. It feels like they would choose it and it would just enter the battlefield and they'd get the effect. We wouldn't have the kind of lapse there to pick it out. But I don't know for sure. The deck definitely has a lot of decisions. Alright, on the play, we got Roots in the opening hand. And we don't really have anything go with it except like the Reclaimer. Hopefully Stormroot can just tie us together a little bit. And we're on the play. I don't know if I'm going to mill Roots in the opening hand, but... Swamp or Forest. Okay. Blue-green ramp. That's nice. It's Roots up. They could Flood Maw away a Roots, which would be a little annoying. I think we're just going to Bale Merc here and get the Roots plan going. Get Hylia here to gain a little bit of life. We should have 1 creature. That's not enough to warrant that, right? I don't know if this thing enters as a creature. Like, I think this thing enters tapped off 30 of the consoles, which is weird, right? Does that mean I get a Hylia trigger? Should we try it for science? Nah, I don't think so. Alright, we'll take the creature. Incoming tapped. We still need more ways to get things out of the yard. Reclaimer can get back our Roots. That doesn't make a creature. We need to make more creatures somehow. Okay, no blocks. Another land. Could do something weird like kill the 1/1. And just jump block with an Endemic to get a creature in the yard. And then get it back with the Reclaimer, just to get Roots going. Feels a little bit weird. I think I'm going to do this instead. We might actually take this. I think it goes into exile, and then we can get 1 draw off Ketchmos. I think that's worth it. Alright, so the warp goes into exile. We draw a card, it's another land. Up to 11. Alright, that can take creatures out of the yard. Kind of almost dead, though. Okay, flash in a Demi, take some chump blocks. Soul Cauldron, take a creature out of the yard, make a Roots. Claimer. I mean, we'll see if we're just dead here. It's getting close. I don't know if we want to put Halia down there or not. We could always just get back the Roots instead. So let's do it like this. Drop to 8, wrap it down. Okay, another creature is good. Also pay the ward cost and just get rid of this guy. Stick by the opponent. They counter the, Oh, man, they counter the Roots ability. Too bad. Okay. Fine. Counter instant sorcery or triggered ability. Interesting. Tap land, 1 card left in hand. Should we throw Halia away? I think they have a weird pump spell here. I don't really want to throw Halia away, I think. I think they're going to +3 us? What, Giant's Growth with this deck? Probably take a little bit of a jump. Try to keep Halia around if we can. Okay, drop to 5. These guys just have Ward 1. Last card is Drunith. Alright, not so bad. Targeting is just very awkward versus them. So we can go back, go get Roots again. For 5, and then have 2 mana open. I think that's the direction we're moving. I don't think we have enough blockers to do that. I think this can probably come down. Okay. We're doing well. I mean, we have a huge board state at this point, and they're just top decking. It's just awkward to target their creatures because the Paw Patch just puts counters everywhere else. So we might Awaken the Honored Dead on the Innkeeper's Talent. Might just Stormbreed it away too. It's a good top deck for them, but I don't think it's going to beat what we've got going on. That's interesting. Do they have any tricks? I don't think so, right? Pass the blocks. 5/5 can eat you. You know, 4/5 can eat you. I could just chump block this without... I could get rid of the Reclaimer, honestly. It's fine. 2/3 can eat you. They don't have some ability I'm missing, right? Nah, I think it's just a random attack. That was interesting. I don't know if they could have been more aggressive there or not. A lot of decisions to make with this deck. Hopefully y'all can bear with me on this. Reels bra. Seam Rip showing up. Looks pretty good to me. Keep this. Seam Rip is useful because if you mill it out, you can actually get it back with the that angel thing. We'll take it a second to read comments. We haven't read any comments today. It's just to actually focus on what I'm doing. Newest comments. Big Bone Record says rigged game server, all caps. Why? Okay. Ooh, Halloween costume has been sorted out. The girl I'm going with is Trixie from the Fairly Odd Parents, so I'm gonna do it Timmy. I just gotta buy a pink shirt and a pink hat. I think that's it. I looked it up. There's not really any other identifiers. Hopefully that's sufficient to identify the costume. You could put Timmy Turner on your shirt, but I don't know. Does that kind of defeat the purpose of the costume? If you can't tell what the costume is, does that mean the costume's just bad? Get a wand or something. One is chilling. Mochi Q says a Soren Markov costume might suit you, or some cowboy thingy. Not sure what might be really available. Cowboy thingy seems very doable. Soren, I'm not sure. I guess we get that Seam Rip going. Does this not come in on... Ah, shit. I fucked that up. Okay, that's right. We'll do this instead. I guess we'll surveil first. Leave black open. Not the end of the world. What do you think? I mean, we can get whatever we want back off of the Balemark anyway. It's fine. Could Seam Rip. Let's just do this instead. Who do we want back? I mean, we probably want the Stormbreed back. So this one's got to go, I guess. Ketchermos versus Mono Red. I don't think that's it. I think we take the Stormbreed here. And then next turn go Stormbreed, Seam Rip. Take their 1 and 2 drops. Reclaimer in hand can, I guess, get back the Insight. Also pretty good. Okay. No blocks for now. I think we'd almost leave the Hired Claw for a bit. think I want to try this first. Go get the insight. Halia is interesting. Guess it's our best pick here. All right. And then we could shock and reclaim back the roots. Looks like they want to level it up. Maybe this is an okay jump then. Seems like that's what they wanted to do this turn. I don't know if we have time for roots yet. We could have 5 for it at the deal, right? It's pretty big. Maybe we do have time. Drop to 13 versus mono red. Drop to 10 if they have lightning strike. We could just be dead here. I think that's still where we're going. I think we're paying for the roots still, right? Okay, I mean 5/4 is pretty tough to get through. With Rock Face Village, you can't even double shock this turn, so surviving until next turn. They can Lightning Strike face if they want. Got a little bit of life off of the Insight. We can Maverick to get a Roots. We can Soul Cauldron to get a Roots. We can maybe plop down Halia first if we hit land. The opponent's sitting on the Lightning Strike, figuring out what to do here. You can also take instants and sorceries out of the opponent's graveyard to make the Lava Rana smaller, but I don't think that's probably necessary. Might go Halia for 1. And then Maverick Soul Cauldron something. Opponent could just be roping us out. I don't know. Thought they were thinking about the Lightning Strike, but maybe not. Level up the Clogs. We took a little life. Okay. Witchstalker Frenzy. Creature goes down. It's too bad. Land is nice if we can afford it. I guess it's technically worth it, isn't it? Alright, pretty good turn. We'll back up to 12, made a 4-5. Seems to be enough. Soren Markov sounds... It sounds hard to do. Maybe it might just be a black cape. It's probably just a generic vampire costume, right? A little bit of makeup. Con Lundruria says, me and my buddy are going as Sam and Dean from Supernatural. I never watched that show. MJS Bird says, go as a pirate! Exclamation point. Let's see that. It looks pretty good. Looks great. Great hand. He's going to come in on green for us. Relevant point. Ol Balba says, I think that Shoot the Sheriff would not have worked against NECA in the first game. Non-outlaw does get me time to time as well. I'm assuming NECA is like the blue and black 7-drop that gives your villains +2/+2 and refills your whole hand. I did not check what type she or they were, but what outlaw would that even be? Assassin, wizard? I don't know what that would be. Fair point. I was talking about potentially holding open Shoot the Sheriff, so they couldn't refill their hand to 8 or 7 or whatever it is. But maybe that was a useless plan anyway. Roots. Nice. Let's do it. Mean, but okay. We can just reclaim it. I mean, now we just want creatures down there, right, for the most part? We have Soul Cauldron in hand. I think we just need fuel down there. At least that's to fuel the fire. We'll figure out how to get it out later. Okay, I think we prefer them to no moralize the insights. Keep the Cauldron. Now, would we prevent them to no moralize the Bailmerk or the Cauldron here? I guess the Bailmerk. I mean, once the Cauldron comes down, it's pretty good. So if they're going to counter it, let's give them this one, I suppose. Resolves. I think I want to put the Ooze in the Cauldron if we can. We don't know if they run Star Cage or Ultima. A lot of this could get swept away. That we keep the enchantments. So that's one reason to delay the Cauldron. If we think there's going to be a turn 5 Ultima, turn 4 Dig, turn 5 Ultima, maybe we don't slam the Cauldron here. Astral Reclaimer can get back. Awaken the Honored Dead. Could get back into their Insight, which isn't bad. Maybe we should save that, though. You know, what if they have, like, a weird Elspeth or something? Well... if we don't want to I don't want to overextend the Cauldron. We could throw a random Stormbrew down here. Just have a flying threat. I think I want to keep the Reclaimer to get back Awaken the Honored Dead. Or we just get back an Insight. I think I don't hate that. I have to use a lot of mana for that. Get back that extra roots, actually. Okay, I don't want to extend too much further past this. I don't think we need that here. Alright, let's see if they go, turn 4 start charts dig, turn 5 Ultima, sweep all the creatures and the turn. Good start charts. We'd keep the roots, the insight, the Bailmerk. It's not an awful sweep for us if they can get it. But we gotta thread the needle a little bit. Alright, so there is a sweeper. We could have gotten away with the Cauldron. Well, there's no way to know. Think they run out the next sweeper? How conservative are you? I think we hold that last Molt Tender in case they sweep again here. Or Ultima. Ketramos would be huge. They might not be able to answer Ketramos. Alright, let's take a creature. I don't think we need the... I guess we could always get back a Reclaimer. Oh, well, let's put Ooze in the Cauldron anyway, so let's do that. See if they'll let us. I mean, now we have a crazy explosive turn. If we want it. Creature, probably Stormbreaker can go. We can potentially just kill them right here. 1, 2, 3 creatures down there. I think we can maybe just kill him. One, two, three down there. Okay, that's fine. They counter one of the roots, I guess. It's 18. They kill one, then we just oh, that's game. Right? It's 18 damage, plus we can still ooze with each of these and go get the last 2 creatures, spit out 2 plant tokens for each creature fetch, put 2 + 1 counters then on every plant we have, and then that's, I don't know, 8 more damage out of nowhere, something like that. Okay, very nice. Mitsushita. key. On the play, mana's okay but painful. But yeah, overall this is okay, I think, still. Some kind of EV-like deck. Next land might be nice. Cauldron down there versus potentially Vivi, right? I think we have to take the Cauldron. Or we can get it next turn with the Reclaimer. We do have double white to do that. This guarantees we hit our land drop. Alright, I'll probably need the next land drop after that. I mean, we'll be sad if they go Cauldron, take our Cauldron. That would be unfortunate. Duelist of the Mind. 2 mana, 2/3, Flying Vigilance. Power is equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. Whenever you commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Sure, it deals only once each turn. Take this block for sure. Alright, we're doing just fine on land now. We can still go get the Cauldron. There's no VV down there yet. We don't have to do that this turn. We could Bailmerk and like Insight or something. Stormbird seems good to have. Could even do that this turn. So we're sitting on the Cauldron down there, if we need it. Winrate Stories. This could be a good Cauldron turn then. Just get the stories out of the graveyard. Artist Talent. Okay, so maybe they're like a big combo deck. Anyway. We could play the Ooze instead of the Reclaimer and save the Reclaimer for like Awaken the Honored Dead for next turn. Seems very good. I think that's the new plan here. It could be for 2. Do I need a Demi? Not sure we need that. Take this guy back. And then I think we'll just Ooze and take the Winrate Stories this turn. Get that out of there. Alright, and then whatever they play next turn, we can Reclaimer, get back Awaken the Honored Dead, zap it. Reclaimer's nice. Okay. Is that worth zapping? What else we got? Who's exiled? Okay. That's fantastic. Alright. 1 man open. You gonna spell pierce me? What are you doing with all that stick? Now what? I think we just get back the Cauldron here. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Shit. That's not what I meant to do, man. Oh, God. Oh, that's so annoying. I mean, obviously it's my fault. That's my bad. Torch is down here? I don't care that much about Torch. Let's take this guy. So obviously to make the mana, I exiled the Cauldron. That's a card I want to get back. So I was not super careful about that. Annoying, but we still have roots out. And I guess I could flood them all the roots away. We didn't even get back a creature that turn. Such a waste. Oh my god. We'd be so far ahead with Cauldron out. Just the 0 mana roots every turn. They have their own Cauldron. At least we don't have anything good down here. Also, if they take cards out of our yard, we still get the value. Oh, I hope they don't have VV. If they put VV in the yard, I'm gonna be so mad. I can't believe we exiled our poor Cauldron. God. So now what? Astral Reclaimer could get back a non-creature. So we get back an Insight and then hope that gets a creature. It's a lot of effort. Oh, God. Cauldron would be so good here. Why do we exile? Still no VV at least. Oh, that's so annoying. Actually, both our graveyard hate cards are gone now. Hot damn. This can kill their Cauldron, though. That feels fairly important, I think. Right? In case they go VV next turn. Like, mill VV, put it on something. I think we have to prioritize this. What else is down here? Non-creature. Get back the next roots. Also, it's good. But I guess we lose if they discard VV, play creature, they go crazy. I think you have to do this here still. It's a 3/3. You know, we do want to exile a creature here. Get rid of, like, this Pollinator or something. That was obviously the exile to pay for the Molt Tender. I should exile like a land or something. Yeah, that's fine. That makes us a free route. Got no problem with that. Save us some mana I didn't want to spend anyway. Alright. Then a Riddler. So we can discard what? We want to get back the Overlord? Or the Helia? What do we want to do here? Overlord's always good. Get back the Helia. Play the Helia. I don't know how good that is. I think Overlord's better. Try to get as many graveyard shenanigans as we can in one turn. We can also just, like, ask us to Reclaimer this turn and get back, Awaken the Undead, Kill the Fear, swing for a decent chunk of damage. Or we can save that for when the Riddler comes down. We will need to kill the 4/6 somehow, but at some point our plants are just really big too. If we mill with the Bellmerk, what are we going to get back? Well, that's nice. I mean, now I feel like we go with the Bailmark here. Then in case they have Spell Pierce, we'll start with this. Exile a creature. This guy's fine. I get back Aaliyah, maybe? A Demi could be good too, I don't know. They probably shouldn't have a sweeper. Though we don't really know what they're doing with Artist Talent, to be honest. I can just give him Heck. It's a lot of damage. Opponent eats 8. Alright, let's see if they can just kill us this turn. We definitely threw quite a bit by exiling that Cauldron. But we'll see. And we're in a great position here. They needed a crazy turn. They only have 7 mana. So there's VV, the maker of infinite mana. Let's see it. Let's see if you can get us from 31. Can you go infinites? Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, I think we'll wrap it up there. Yeah, did not yap at all today. Had to think the whole time. There are a lot of decisions to make with this deck. Let's talk about deck construction, because I think that's the most interesting thing. There are so many little things you can put here and there. How many of this, how many of that? I mean, that's really the interesting thing here. The play is interesting too, but I think with enough thought time, you can figure out all the best plays. But I think deck construction is probably a little more interesting. There's a lot going on. Hold on. Make sure my camera's not blocking too much. Yeah, you guys are fine. You'll be fine, right? Okay. I ran 4 Storm Broods because, yeah, 20% of Mythic should be mono red, so I wanted to up that. I think if you net deck it from, like, the most played deck, I think it's, like, 2 of those or something. I really wanted to go up on the Reclaimer. The data shows that of any card you could have in your hand throughout the game, this one for sure has the highest win rate attached to it. So I wanted it a lot, and I mean, you need roots to win for the most part. You're really not winning without roots. So if you're going to mill roots into the graveyard by accident or whatever, off, like, you know, the Insight or the Bailmark or whatever, you really want a way to get it back. This card's just good. I mean, being able to get back Roots is great, but just being able to get back Awaken the Honored Dead is also very good. And get it back multiple times, right? So, like, this is a very good card. I was pretty happy to run all of it. You didn't see that much Ketramos today because I didn't run that much Ketramos, but I think you could see if you don't have everything set up, it just kind of sit there and do nothing. So, a little bit worried about that. I think Aaliyah's total fine one of. Just play her for 1 mana, you know, get some life gain, get the card draw. Like, this seems very solid. And then we didn't get to see a Demi pop off. I think it's a good include against the sweeper decks. You know, flash it in, give everyone hexproof and indestructible is a good effect to have for all your plants. But then at the end of the day, you are making cuts. I did go up from 19 lands to 20 lands, and I'm only running a single Cauldron and a single Ooze. So, you know, we have a little bit less graveyard protection against our opponent's reanimated plans. We have a little bit less, you know, 0 mana or 1 mana ways to exile stuff from our own graveyard. Wasn't the end of the world. I mean, you could cut maybe 1 more Maverick to put in another Ooze or another Cauldron or something like that. Probably another Ooze, just keep the creature density high of the deck. Maverick's the only card that's, like, really suspect. It's just, when you only run 20 lands, it's nice to have more 1-drops. And a 1-drop that surveils you into your next land, if you keep, like, a 1 or 2 land or something like that, it's like, there is real value to that. And it's not bad later, and, you know, you surveil stuff into the graveyard. For 1 mana, you get it out, and then trigger your Roots thing, so... You know, it's tempting to have this be the card to cut. Maybe it ties the deck together. Maybe it just helps with that little bit of extra consistency, just help you get off the ground in those early turns. So I liked it. I liked the 4 of the Reclaimer, though. That seemed to put in a lot of work today. All right, we will call it here. This was a fun one. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.